I'm going to show you my settings. So you got to make sure when you're doing the binds in Wreckfest 2 that you do everything in game first. You have to do it in game first, otherwise it won't work. So you just go to your settings, and then I'll show first what my controller settings are, like the sliders. This is what I'm using at the moment. I don't know if this is the best or if it's even close to being the best. This is just what I use. It's slightly changed from the video that I made initially that's on YouTube. It's slightly changed. I think these two are different here. But this is what I use now. 20 dead zone on steering, 99 saturation on steering, 20 saturation on sensitivity, steering speed sensitivity 75, throttle saturation 99, brake saturation 99, clutch saturation 109. So that's what I use for that. Like I said, I don't know if it's the best. I don't know if it's any good. It's just what I use, and it seems to work for me. With the binds then, same goes here. It's just what I use. It's what I used in Wreckfest 1, and it's what I use now. It's just what I'm used to. So steering are the analog sticks, left and right. Throttles are the triggers. Accelerate brake. I'm on a PS5 controller. Clutch is on at right stick up, which is this one here. It's just bound to right stick up. Handbrake for a PS5 controller is on X. It shows it as an Xbox controller on here, but it's X on a PS5 controller. Gear up is X, but it's square on here. And gear down is circle on here, and it shows as B on there. I don't really think there's any more settings here that really even matter. This is just for like the driving side of things. I'll show my capture, my display capture. I think we're good. Right, so we have to leave the game for this bit now. So you've got to make sure it's done in-game first. I don't know if you're still with me there, Twisted, but yeah, you've got to make sure this is done in-game because you're binding two buttons together. If you try and do this after you've bound them outside of the game, it'll try and press the wrong button for you, so it won't work here. Right, so leave game. That's ignore this. Right, so the most important bit you have to do is here. You have to go onto the Wreckfest 2 screen, and then you have to go into view controller settings. I'll move my head. There's my head. I'll put myself up here. There's my head. Right, so you've got to go here to view controller settings, and then you've got to go on to edit layout, and then what I've got here is the most important part of the binds. It's not the same as it was in the first video because you have to do something slightly different because Wreckfest 2, when in one of the patches, they nerfed clutch. So clutch is nowhere near as powerful as it was before, and they nerfed it where they've put a delay for analog clutch in between you pressing the analog and it shifting. But I think I found a number that works for me in the delay. But yeah, to bind it, it's exactly the same to bind it. You just basically put the two buttons in the same place. So if you see on here where it shows as circle, I've got it where it's pressing two buttons at the same time. So when I press circle, it's doing the right stick up and it's doing circle at the same time. And then, so to do that, what I'll do is I'll put everything back to normal. Remove command. Remove command. And then I don't know how to put this back to normal. Cancel, is it that? Remove command. Right, so I think that's how I did it. Here we are. I'll put these back to how they were. So that's there. Right, so B is shift up. B? So it depends if you're on an Xbox controller or a PlayStation controller. So in Steam big picture mode, which is this screen that I'm showing you now, it only shows, so on the left it'll show like whatever controller you're using, but for some reason it only shows the Xbox inputs on the right. It doesn't show the PlayStation inputs. So I'm using PS5. So for me, circle is my gear down and square is my gear up. You don't have to have the same. You can bind it to whatever you want. This is just what I use. And to bind clutch with a button, you have to go here. So for gear up is square. I have to add an extra command, and then I click on this, which is the right stick up, and then we've got, so basically if I press square in game now, it's going to be doing two buttons at once. But what you have to do which is important since the update, since the nerf clutch, is you have to put a delay on it. And to do that, you first go here, you click on the cog where it says right stick up, you go on regular press, and you have to click start press. And then you click on it again, you go on settings, and this fire end delay, it goes to 209. That's the number that I found works for me, 209. And that means it delays the clutch, so then you don't get the cranking of the gears and you don't get gearbox damage. So that's what mine is there. And it's the same again for gear down. So my gear down is circle. So to add that, I need to add an extra command. Right stick up to circle. So when I press circle now, it'll be pressing circle, but it'll also think that it's pressing the right stick up at the same time as well. Same again. Start press. And then settings 209. 209. When you can get there. I think I got it. It took me a while to do it the first time. It keeps going to 211. We got it. Oh my god, there we go. 209. We're in there. Right, so that's it really. That's all you need to do. It's just the delay. It took me a while to find out. I spoke to some people. I spoke to SDR quite a bit. And yeah, just did a bit of research, and it's all about the delay. So you just line it up with the delay that's built in game. And then now, when I press shift up, I get an instant shift with it's got a little bit of a delay, but you're not like cranking, grinding the gears and getting gearbox damage. So yeah, shift up is square, shift down is circle. And that's it. That's it, mate. That's all you need to do. And you go inside the game and you'll have instantaneous shifts.